Okay, Kermit Weeks here, Fantasy of Flight, and I am in Port Clinton, Ohio. Never been here, and I have come to visit the Liberty Aviation Museum. So there's an airport here, and my Ford 4AT Trimotor used to fly out of this airport, I believe, and here we are. Oh, this is nicer, and I didn't know what to expect. But anyway, Ed Rush is working on the Ford 4AT Island Airlines. Okay, this I think is where we're going in the back. Oh, this is the Aviation Museum. Wow, there's an old boat. See where Ed is. I will just park right here and figure out what I'm doing. Anyway, let's see what we discover. Anyway, interesting. What's going on?
Hey, it's good to see you.
Hey, Ed, awesome. Nice to meet you, man.
Thanks for coming.
Talk to you on the phone.
Kermit, I'm Jody Broush.
Hey, Jody.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, super. So what's this over here?
Well, that's the other part of the museum. They got some stuff. They got their Ford over there and some other stuff in there.
Awesome.
We can go over,
Cool.
we'll see that. That's where they got a good diner over there, too.
Oh, for sure. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we got some
Awesome.
cool stuff to show you.
So is this separate than this, or is it all part of the deal?
It's all part of the same.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. The fellow who owns the museum is going to be over in a few minutes.
Oh, good. Awesome. This looks really nice.
Oh, it's a hell of a place. Pretty slick.
And what is this over here? The boat.
That is an old PT boat.
It is a PT boat.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And there's actually one inside here that they're restoring.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's go
right inside.
check it out. You know. Oh my gosh, we got a tank too.
That's a Sherman. That's an operational Sherman.
Wow. That's cool. I'm pleasantly surprised already. Man, what is that?
That's a German Tiger.
A Tiger? I had no idea. Huh. So this is all open to the public?
Yep.
And so how do people get from that to this?
Well, you pay the admission up there and then you walk back here.
I see. Okay.
Here's the PT boat.
Oh,
There's another one similar to it at the World War II Museum in New Orleans.
really?
Yep.
They were wood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need one of these at my place for every one of my projects. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Trust me, I am so glad I'm not into this stuff. Look at the detail and all of that. So are there like drawings and stuff for these?
Apparently, this is not really our daily mix, so we don't know that much about it.
Could I just go take a peek?
Sure, yeah, let's go.
Oh my
back
gosh.
way, go up the stairway.
Yeah, I'm like,
Check that out.
oh my gosh, look at the detail of this thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yeah, you got to get the top part done first.
Yes, sir.
Holy cow. So what was the crane thing for? Or is this not a crane?
I believe it is. But the details of which I don't.
Oh, like a turret, like a gun. Oh my God. Well, there you go. You know, this is for where JFK used to go on PT 109, and if there was ever a bad deal, you know, he had a potty right there. Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Let me see if I can get somebody that knows a little bit more about this than I do.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Well, we come and do it later. Yeah, probably. There's cash down there. Oh my gosh, I came here to look at airplanes, but I had no idea. But no big deal.
Well, it's kind of got a cool history, so it might be fun to know about.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
They actually had decided that they were going to just redo the whole boat, so they brought it in here and just stripped it down completely. They're starting over.
So this one was probably more original than the one out there.
Yes, correct, it was.
Oh my God.
But they thought they had it totally restored, took it out in the water.
Yeah,
and-
he was saying it
yeah.
leaked like a sieve.
Yeah, it did. So they decided, well, back to the drawing board.
Oh my god.
Rebuilt the whole darn thing.
Here's one of the original Packards right there.
Yeah.
Whoa, is that a diesel?
Yes.
No.
Isn't it
No,
diesel?
that's gas. That's F-gas.
Holy
And there were
cow.
3 of these.
They
Three of
were
them.
actually very similar to the what was the British engines?
Really?
Merlin.
Okay.
Very similar to the Merlin,
Huh.
and were built pretty much on the same principle
I'll
by
be
Packard. Of course,
darned.
Packard built a bunch of Merlins too.
Huh.
So
In Youngstown, Ohio, I guess.
Unreal. Big carburetor. I assume they were all just completely independent. The guy had like 3 throttles.
yeah, 3 throttles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Who
This
would've
one will be
thought?
powered by 2 man engines when it's done.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty cool. I'm glad I don't collect those either.
They actually get the tank out and drive it pretty regularly.
There we go. I'm not into those either, but they look cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see some airplanes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go this way.
We'll let the other people come down here and check out the boats. Cool. Air conditioned.
Not bad, right?
Yeah. Is that what goes on the PT boat?
Correct.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. Huh. And they had like torpedoes here on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Unreal. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's Connie Edwards' old airplane, isn't it?
I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. I knew. Yeah, I knew Connie. I didn't know they had this stuff here.
Oh yeah. That's one of the finest B-25s we've found right there. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
I flew with Collins a little bit, so I got to play with theirs a little bit.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, we got a lot of OD here. Those are cool.
Yeah.
That Avenger right there was restored by a good friend of ours, Charlie Cartledge.
Huh.
He does air shows with it.
That's the one, like, that goes on the PT boat too?
Correct.
Wow.
Turn up here, I want you to meet them.
Eric, you're just the guy we're looking for.
You were
This
looking
is
at the
Kermit
models.
Weeks.
What's
over there.
happening? Hey, Eric, Kermit Weeks.
Kermit Weeks, the Kermit Weeks.
No, I'm actually the stunt double. He gets all the credit, and I get all the bumps and the bruises.
He
It's a
builds
pleasure
all
to
of those gorgeous little models and dioramas that you'll see around here. That's
Oh,
him.
cool.
Right there. So, yeah.
Oh,
You know
my
something about
gosh.
the PT boat?
I do.
So,
I know something about everything in here because
The
I've been here
question-
since the beginning.
Yeah.
Wow,
the
good, good.
question came up about, do we have drawings?
We do not.
Okay.
Okay, well, but in the beginning, there were the drawings. That's the beginning of Genesis of Airplane Museum. I'm just kidding.
No. So here's how this works.
Yeah, we got Maurice there too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Maurice passed like last October, I
Yeah.
think. Wow, that's so sad. Oh, there's a cool little deal there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Trimotor.
beautiful model. They're like $750.
Oh my
$775.
gosh! Wow. I had to get out of models. They got too expensive, so I got into warbirds and collecting all
No,
their.
that's much cheaper. Much cheaper. Yeah.
Unreal. Well, thank you. Super.
Yeah.
If we have any questions, we'll
We thought you'd
come
like to be-
back.
Here we go.
Thank you, man.
He's the book of
Appreciate it.
Sure. Pleasure.
Awesome.
Kermit, let's take a look at this Avenger. This is a good friend of ours who spent 14 years restoring this thing.
Oh my gosh. I've got one that could use a little TLC.
Man, take a look at this thing. It is absolutely stunning.
Wow.
So Charlie's a retired airline guy. He flew for Northwest. That guy's number.
Huh. Got a big radome on it. I think that's a radome. I assume it is. Something. For rockets. Big rockets. Man, those are big rockets. Wow. Silk seat there. Got the turret. Got a lot of the radios. Yeah, this is awesome. Hard to see in there.
Doors signed by guys that were either crew or
Oh, yeah, cool.
It takes it to all the veteran events in northern Ohio, southeast Michigan.
Awesome. My TBM was the last airplane I flew out of the Weeks Air Museum in Miami. It got dinged in the hurricane. We did a bunch of work. By that time, I'd moved to Fantasy of Flight,
Right.
and my friends down there still working at the museum. It went from the Weeks Air Museum, and the enthusiast took it over. Now it's wings over Miami.
Okay.
So there was a guy down there that was working on it. He got it ferryable. I flew it back. This thing has the heaviest ailerons of any airplane I've ever flown.
Is that right?
But it looks like it'd be intimidating when you fly it.
Yeah.
But it is a pussycat.
Pussycat?
It is a pussycat airplane to
That's
fly.
what Charlie says.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Charlie
just,
loves it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So he
enjoyed
bought
it.
it as a basket case and
Yeah.
rebuilt it
Oh my
himself.
God, good for him.
Yeah.
That's good for
You
him.
do a wonderful job.
Oh my gosh,
And then
Connie
This
Edwards,
is Connie's old airplane, as you know.
unreal.
A group of guys flew it back from Texas.
The last time I literally saw Connie, we were sitting on the side there. He's always drinking a beer at Sun and Fun. That was the last time I saw him. I mean, I used to, when I was flying airplanes back from California, I'd stop in at his place there in southwest of Big Springs, his ranch, and stayed there a couple of times. It was pretty cool.
So we're a group of people who are in the middle of restoring this airplane as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So is this museum owned, you said, by somebody?
Yeah,
or?
he'll be over here.
Right, so
Oh yeah, okay.
Primary benefactor of the Liberty Air Museum is a guy by the name of Edward Patrick.
Okay, cool.
And so Charlie's got his own not-for-profit, which
Right.
is Lake Erie Warbirds.
Right.
And then we have our own not-for-profit, which is the Trimotor Heritage Foundation.
Cool. Who owns the B-25?
That's owned
Ed
by Ed Patrick, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. What's happening? Kermit Weeks.
Hi, Emily Schultz.
Hey,
Nice to
Emily,
meet
pleasure.
you.
We need more cute girls working on these things. That's what I'm saying. Good for you.
Glad you're back.
Yes, I am too.
I'm sure you are. This is a great experience.
Oh my gosh.
Mark's about it.
I've got a pretty reasonably original one that I bought from the Bradley Air Museum
Yeah, just spent my
up in New England. And, the other one that we ended up was donated to, I've got a little bit of a not-for-profit, but it was a very civilianized airplane. And anyway, oh my God, the problem with these things is they are just balls of corrosion at some point because they've all been in the salt. Anyway, all right, so we got a couple of Ford Trimotor wings here. PEC off of something. Wow, that looks like something you could turn into a Huck starter. I'm just saying. I think that's a Model T. I'm not an old car guy, but that's pretty cool. Well, we got ours that we're working on. Oh my gosh, look at that. I can't believe. God, that is so big.
The crew back here.
The crew, what's happening?
Guys, Kermit Weeks.
Hey, what's going on, Kermit? Pleasure.
Nice to meet
Hope you don't mind the
Hi, Kermit.
camera.
My name's Dina.
Hey, Dina.
I'm Doug.
Doug? Good, good,
Doug is
good.
responsible for all of the airframe work on here. He actually worked for Maurice. And he has
Wow.
spent the last, how many years here?
14.
14, last 14
Wow.
years building and assembling on the airframe on this airplane.
And what's the history of this one?
Last flew in 1953.
Wow.
I don't. You know more of the history than I do.
Yeah.
So, last flew in '53. Carl here is responsible for the installation of the avionics and all the wiring.
Cool. That's kind of neat. Like a little tail skid
Shoe there, yep.
deal there. The tire gets a little flat. Oh my gosh. So these are all done? Did Maurice have anything to do with these, or?
Well, originally he was directly involved, and then Doug put everything together.
Cool.
This was all of these parts were made in Maurice's shop.
Wow, okay.
And then they were brought over here and assembled. This Ed Patrick, the owner of the museum here, has kindly donated this area here for the use of the foundation.
Wow. Oh my gosh, we're going to have a couple of Island Airlines paint jobs.
Kermit, have you met Doug? You guys meet? Okay.
Yeah.
Doug's really the guy that's responsible for the airframe. He has really done a great job.
Awesome.
Oversaw the entire restoration, of course, with Maurice.
And so, how'd you all end up with this one, or the guy end up with this one?
This was the one that Maurice had picked up out in Missoula.
Okay, there was like 2 or 3 out there.
Right.
I remember.
Yeah. Part of
And he
the
had some
Johnson Flag
parts.
Service.
Right. Okay.
So this was an Island Airlines before it went to Missoula.
Right. And didn't Greg Herrick have something to do with maybe picking up something out there too?
Well, Greg got some stuff out there, and he did 42.
Right.
He did 10 and 42.
Right.
Wow.
You won't remember it, but you and I sat on the landing gear at 10 up at Oshkosh many years ago.
I'll be darned.
When Greg flew that in one morning. We sat there on the landing gear talking for about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
When I was supposed to be wiping down the airplane. So that's been many years ago.
Yeah.
I did all the paperwork on 10, and then we flew it in there a week after the first flight.
Unreal. Awesome.
How does this compare to where yours is, Kermit?
My interior's further along. I don't know how much is painted, but I think you all done.
The first of the paint is going to get done beginning Monday. I'm going to work with Al Hughes 3 days.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to get one of the wings painted.
Awesome.
We've got one of the wings over at Three Rivers in the big hangar, and it's set up ready to paint.
Cool. Now, was it originally this shiny?
Oh, yeah.
It really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
After they painted they painted it in bicentennial colors in 70. I think 75 right before the bicentennial year.
No, but I mean like when they were flying them over to the island with the kids and stuff.
Literally all beat to hell.
Yeah. But I mean that, if they weren't this shiny originally, then I don't know that I want to mine this shiny. We'll see. So let's talk.
Okay.
I honestly, I would find it hard to believe.
Really, yours is going to look really, really good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Joe, Jerry, this is Kermit Weeks.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, I've seen you.
Oh my gosh, good deal. Nice to meet you guys. Cool. So these are 985s?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, they put out some pretty good power.
You know Rex Vaughn down at Tulsa?
Oh, cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think they did my S38 engines maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Oklahoma, somebody down there does great 985s.
Yes, well, that's Rex.
Yeah, okay.
He does 985s and 1340s.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Cool. Wow. Unreal. I have to ask.
This is all volunteer.
Unbelievable.
22 years?
Let me think. Yeah, 22 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Is Al Cheney still around?
Al Cheney died several years ago.
Okay, I was going to say.
He passed away several years ago.
Yeah, he would have been getting up in years, but he's the one that I bought the
right.
4 from,
Right.
and it was at an auction at Santa Monica Airport, and he'd flown it all the way out there, and he was kind of done with it, and it didn't really meet what he wanted to get, and so it didn't meet the reserve, and then later, I think he just I was the highest bid, and we cut a deal, and I flew it home.
Yeah.
And then the hurricane got
Al
it.
came to me in 85, I think it was. He called Island Airlines over here and asked if they knew anybody that was dumb enough to want to go barnstorm a Ford And so I get this telephone call. I was hauling freight out of Willow Run, and I get this telephone call asking if I would like to go barnstorm the Ford from Port Clinton. And so anyway, I came down. They hadn't flown it in a year or two. I came down and spent several months on it, getting it airworthy again, and then I went.
Wow.
I taught Al to fly it,
Awesome.
and barnstormed with him until my wife threatened to cause me serious harm.
Well, you hadn't given her a ride yet.
Oh, I'd given her a lot of rides.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
And she was giving you the ride act.
That's it, yes. And anyway, then I went with Al and worked with him for about 7 or 8 months, and then came home to a chilly reception.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Too cool. Yeah, this one's pretty much pretty dolled up. So is this a -5?
It is. 5AT.
Okay, it's a 5AT.
They have 40.
Yeah.
40 of the 5ATs.
Yeah, the one that Maurice guys were working on is a 4AT, but I've also got a 5 in my hangar.
Right, I've seen it. And you have a 7584 is the one you're working on now, right? November
Yeah,
7584.
7584, yeah.
Right.
Serial number's 38.
So that's the one that was purchased first by Island Airlines in October of 36.
And it was the last one they
Last
sold,
one to
too. It
leave.
was the best one they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so when was the nose crunch when Maurice got it and rebuilt it the first time? Because anybody else
It was
would.
more than nose crunch. It was destroyed.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, anybody else would have scrapped
That was
the
yeah,
airplane.
right.
July the 1st
exactly.
in 77.
77,
July
okay.
1st, 77 over on Southwest.
Wow.
Yeah. I was sitting in the office over there. It was a windy, nasty day. And I was sitting over there, and the phone rings, and it was Catawba Park out here. They had got a radio call from the state park over on South Bass saying that there had been an Island Airlines crash over there, and Barb and I looked at each other and said, "Who's out?" "Oh shit, the Ford." And I jumped in the Otter. We had an Otter over there. I grabbed 2 mechanics out of the back, jumped in the Otter, and headed over there. And from the ferry dock, I could see the wreckage strewn all across the
Oh,
South Bass
my
there.
gosh.
And
Is that
got
along
over
one of
there.
the islands?
yeah,
Yeah.
on the South Bass Island. So, yeah.
Wow.
So the reason it wasn't scrapped probably is because the importance that that airplane played, the role that it played
Right.
in the local residents on the island, it changed their lives.
Yeah.
Prior to that, you know, they had to cross the ice in the middle of winter. They took their life in their hands. So
Wow.
the airplane changed the way people lived on the islands.
Huh. So was there only one airport on the islands, or were there a
No,
couple?
there was airports on South Bass, Middle Bass, North Bass, and Rattlesnake.
Wow.
And Kelly's.
And Kelly's, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And they used to fly into all of them.
Yep.
And then they used to pick up the kids and take them to school over
bus,
here.
yeah.
And
School bus. It was a hearse. It was a mail plane. It
I
was-
lived out on South
Oh,
Bass, and that
amazing.
was my morning job,
Gosh.
was to go get the kids and bring them to South Bass off the upper island.
So there's a man by the name of Harold Houck. Have you ever heard that name before? Harold Houck had more time in a Ford Trimotor than anyone in history.
Huh.
He stopped logging at 15,000 hours
In Fords.
in Fords flying around the islands.
Oh, he was actually the pilot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Good for him.
And he never had an instrument ticket. He had a commercial.
Yeah.
And he flew commercial in a
Oh,
motor. He's the
cool.
guy that taught me to fly Fords.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. A little too shiny for my taste. Yeah, this all looks pretty nice here. My interior is like really coming along. Wow. That is awesome. That's like all new looking stuff there, which, you know, the
Good for a bunch of volunteers, isn't it?
unbelievable.
Isn't it gorgeous?
You know, I mean, I know some of the original metal wasn't like up to 2024 T3
No.
standards, and you know, so some of these rebuilds are, you know, helping it. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, mine's way a lot further along than this. Pretty cool things there. Okay, cleared for takeoff. Here we go.
Not bad, right?
No, it's great. Awesome. Cool. too cool. Oh my gosh. Boy, flashbacks to Tommy. Unreal. Wow.
So the old head won't be used as a head, but we'll store a ladder in there and other, you know, oil, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna put one back in mine. I have to have the sign on the back there that says, please don't use the toilet over populated areas.
Are you going to reinstall that?
Yeah.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah.
There's what Carl does.
Wow.
That layout's going to work out really well.
That's going to be a little more modern than yours looks.
Yeah. I'm looking for more originality.
Come on. This is Ed Patrick. He owns a museum.
Oh my God. Hey Ed, how you doing? Hey, nice to meet you. Cool.
Nice
Awesome.
to see. Good to see you again.
Oh my gosh.
How you doing?
Are you as crazy as I am?
Crazier.
Crazier.
Yeah. Because even after I've been around everybody, I still didn't learn anything.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't learn anything from you guys at all. I should have just stayed home.
He still bought airplanes.
Yeah, I
after
still,
being
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I decided to still stay with it against everybody else's advice. It's like,
Well, that's awesome.
no,
That's
it's
cool.
no, it's.
No, I mean, I
it's
love
a
them.
good lunacy to be.
Yeah, it is.
involved
I mean,
with.
I love them. I still love them. You know, trying to make it a sustainable business is hopeless. But it's kind of led me to realize why I was led to Central Florida and what I'm there to create. So while I'm not doing it specifically now for the airplane people, they will be a side benefit. And I don't think anybody's going to do what I'm going to do, so we'll see.
Well, it's
Anyway.
You got something up your sleeve that you're not telling anybody about. Is that?
No, anyway.
it's a journey,
Anyway,
it's a journey, not the
Yeah,
destination.
for sure. Okay, Ed here is the guy that runs this place for the airplanes.
Yeah.
And he's a model guy, but I'm trying to think, did I see you with Ellen McPherson or no?
Yeah. And I collect a lot of Hollywood memorabilia as well.
Wow.
Models are great because they can tell a big story in
my
a small spot.
That's pretty cool.
The museum's pretty eclectic because it's pretty much expanded out to more than just an aviation museum. And, these are all high-end models that were built by a company called VLS, or Berlin and Letterman and Stock. And at one point they had a museum of miniatures. That museum eventually was defunct, and they had, over the last 2 years, they've been having auctions, and we've been buying up all the collections from them. And we do a lot of stuff internally here too.
Wow, 100-pound practice.
And then we have, this is Clark Gable's Class A uniform from World War II.
No way.
That's his gunnery wings right there that I was able to acquire.
Too cool.
That's his DD-214.
He flew B-17s, eh?
Yeah, he flew on 8-ball. He flew in several missions on B-17s. Was almost killed in one of the missions.
Wow.
And which Roosevelt then pulled him.
That's my period right there.
And here's one of Lieutenant Dan's helmets signed by Gary Sinise at Oshkosh for me. We do a lot of stuff with PT boats, of course, too. So a lot of things here, just a lot of little smalls. And we do a lot of shadow boxes. And so this model here is
Real.
I was in the model business too.
Wow,
so.
That is unbelievable. That is.
This one's done by
to me,
Bob
that's
Letterman.
That's art.
It's massive.
This
took several years to build.
I introduced him to Eric over there.
Eric Paul, yeah. Eric's one of our restorers. He's also one of our chefs.
Oh, that's pretty cool. B-17.
Yeah, so we have a waste shadow box of a B-17. That is not from Flak Bait. That's a reproduction, but this is all original. The U-505. This is a great story too. This is a model of the actual capture of the U-505. The 505 is located in the Museum of Science and Industry right now in Chicago. And this replicates a photograph of one they were actually recovering the submarine. And,
oh my gosh, they've come a long way with cannons on the ships, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go. They've taken out that one.
Yeah, there's the Roman Trimarine.
Wow.
The railway gun.
Golly moly.
And these are all not kits. These are all done one-off. These are all single pieces that are custom.
Wow.
And then different pieces here. Through that door over there. This is a gallery that we're just starting to work on now. It's out of the timeline, but we'll eventually, we're using it almost like storage right now until we get the timeline. We're going to go from War of 1812 all the way through Vietnam.
Wow, lots of models.
Tons of models. The other kind of a claim to fame we have with this museum is that John Kennedy's exec officer on the 109 is from Sandusky, Ohio. And his name was Lenny Tom.
Huh.
And Lenny served with Kennedy during World War II. These are models of the Lawrence and the Niagara from the War of 1812. And we just acquired those two pieces up there. That's a bayonet and a boarding pike tip that were found by a scuba diver just off of Gibraltar Island in the lake. They are both from the War of 1812.
Too cool.
Some of the war bikes that we have. There's two really rare ones here. One's a Japanese Army folding bike here. This is a post-war Japanese bicycle. And if you look at it, one of the few industries that the Japanese were allowed to continue after World War II was bike building, because their infrastructure for getting people around was destroyed. So they allowed them to build bikes. And if you look at it, you can tell
Aviation.
These are all aviation parts. These are aviation rivets. These are components from Kawasaki, Mitsubishi, and to get one like this today is really rare. And these are all bring back pieces too. These are great here. These are force perspective shadow boxes. This one's great. This is actually recreating a model or a photograph of the Remagen Bridge, and the guy replicated it exactly.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And, that's awesome.
Something I'm sure you're interested in as well, and that's this is Quentin Roosevelt's tunic from World War I.
Wow.
I acquired that from a private collector through IMA, and he was shot down and killed in 1918. And really took the wind out of Teddy Roosevelt's sails. He was never the same after he lost his son. But to have that, and then this is Eddie Rickenbacher's cap from when he was enlisted before he went into the Air Corps.
Good for Eddie.
So I was able to acquire that from the same collector. These are some more Hollywood items. These are both screen worn by Steve McQueen. The one on the left from the Sand Pebbles, and the one on the right from the War Lover. And I was fortunate to be able to acquire those as well. And then, of course, more models.
Wow, that's awesome.
Harold's Green.
Cool.
And, we just had that redone last August.
Yeah, those guys are pretty much all gone
now.
now.
It was Dr. Harold Brown, Lieutenant Colonel Harold Brown. Great gentleman.
I did my C model in Lee Archer's colors.
Yeah, it's just repainted it. This is the first and last aircraft that he ever flew on, too. I mean, he started his career flying in Stearman's, and the last airplane he ever flew, we flew him in this airplane about 2 years before.
Yeah, too cool.
Wonderful guy.
And this is our flagship aircraft, Jordan Scale, which
Cool.
was restored by Aero Trader. We were all friends with
Yeah.
Tony and Carl, and
Yeah.
they did a fantastic job.
I've been knowing them forever.
Kermit, this is
Bob
one of the
Fujita.
right-hand men here.
Hey, how you guys
How are you?
My operations director.
Kermit Weeks. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Pleasure to meet
Bob
you, the
tries
man of
to
a
keep-
thousand videos.
Yes, and he
Oh my
does.
gosh.
We enjoy all of them.
And Bruce Crandall did the paint, artwork on the aircraft as well. Bruce did a lot of artwork for Tony and Carl over the years too on the aircraft.
I'll do a selfie and send it to Carl.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the hangar that we just went through. That's kind of a cool little thing. That's where their offices are. And we're heading over to heading over to this, which is the museum. And when you pay to see the museum, you can walk over and see where they're working on all the projects. And there's a little restaurant over here, which sounds cool, which he said he got a few ideas from mine.
Yes, I did.
I can't wait to see.
This here also is an exact copy of what the buildings over there were painted in the 50s and 60s.
Across the way there, if you see the building, it says Griffing on it.
Yeah.
That was on
That
there.
was built in the 30s in Cleveland.
Really?
Specifically to house Ford Trimotors. And
Wow.
the door that you see there used to go all the way to the right-hand side of the bigger
Right.
portion. And it had big doors that ran on tracks.
Huh.
You could open the thing up and you could get a 5AT in there just. You get a
Wow.
4AT in, okay, and a 5 just.
Right.
Yeah, because Henry Ford was the first guy to put a
Yeah.
paved runway in. I
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah.
Dearborn.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But anyway, that
technically-
building was originally built in the 30s in Cleveland, and then it was brought down here and reconstructed for Island Airlines.
Should we go in the front door, or
Yeah,
can we get
go
in the back door?
We can do both. They can
Yeah,
come
go.
through, but that's if they didn't lock me out. And this is just our mess here.
Oh my
So
gosh.
this is the cook's entrance, so to speak.
Huh.
Yeah,
Man.
the girls didn't turn all the lights down. They probably
Oh yeah, you can see through all the gift shop stuff in here. All right, so we're getting in the back door, guys.
So we'll get some lights out over there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is
So a little bit more-
not a completely an aviation museum,
No,
but it's got some cool stuff.
Well, this is a multi-purpose hangar, so we can clear everything out because everything runs in here.
Wow.
We're hosting the the Army Aviation Heritage Foundation guys out of Atlanta, and they're here for a couple months.
That is too
Yeah, the
cool.
Barney Fife car.
That is too cool. I got to send a picture out to my wife. She loved watching that show.
And we do fire engines too. One of our members is a fire engine collector.
We just bought a Ford T truck to do a Huck starter for my
Yeah.
Hawker Demon.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so that's my total interest in
Wow.
doing a old car. God, look at this, man. That's beautiful. God, that is gorgeous.
This one just came in. This just got matured, and we've only had this one about 3 months now.
Wow.
It's just impeccable. Well, we also have a large
Unbelievable.
contingent of Amish in Ohio,
Yeah.
and this is a lot of Amish restoration.
That is a piece of art. That is a
Yeah, it
piece of
really
art. God, that is
1888.
beautiful. That is so cool. Thank God.
This is a
I
Studebaker.
personally don't have an interest in collecting these.
And
Thank
then
you.
this is a White. White only produced fire engines during World War I. They're going to produce 1,500 of them for the war effort to be shipped mainly to France,
Huh.
but the war ended, and they were then sold to a
Wow.
lot of fire companies throughout the United States. And this is one of only 2, I think, that are in existence.
Wow.
It took about 20 years to restore it.
So you think if it was a red white, you think it'd be pink? I'm just saying, you know?
And then
Wow.
I bought a model years ago, a die-cast model, and I had it on my desk, and I thought, wouldn't it be neat to make the die-cast model full size? So I did this. So,
Wow.
matter of fact, this is the model that I bought, the box.
Zephyr.
While it's not exactly the same,
Oxygen bottle off a
this is the
World War II bomber.
this is the model I bought, and that was the inspiration for
Oh, wow.
building the car. And it is a Ford flathead, as it would have been. Everybody was trying to talk me into doing a small block Chevy, and I says, I'm not putting a small block Chevy into a Ford. We're going to do it correct. So the inspiration for this is basically, here's some kids that, it was after the war, their dad was in the AVG, brought back a bunch of stuff. Their idol was R.T. Smith, and let's take Dad's old Roadster and let's, with all the parts he brought
Awesome.
back. So if you look into all the, we've got aircraft seats,
Oh,
aircraft
yeah.
instruments inside.
Wow, bomber
Yeah.
deal.
So,
Yeah, I
and it
did,
runs, and it's all,
that's
all
pretty
this-
cool.
All the paint job is hand painted. Yeah, we put the sight on the front, and it runs great, and
The
it's fast.
AVG guys did a reunion towards the end there
Yeah.
in Orlando, and they had 5 original pilots, including Tex Hill, who I'd
Yeah.
known.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a video up there. I took them all flying in my dual control P-40. And I asked them, I said, hey, when was the last time, you know, each of you flew in a P-40? And every one of them said 1942. And I took them up and I got video of them flying in the P-40. So it
Well,
was pretty
the same day that you got the Ford Trimotor at the Museum of Flying auction in Santa Monica,
cool. Yeah?
I was sitting there in the crowd.
No way.
I went there to bid on the airplane,
Really?
and one of the things that was auctioned, there was R.T. Smith's personal diary.
Huh.
I think it went for $7,000.
Wow.
Back then it was, I was a lot poorer then. I didn't know if I could afford that or
Oh
not.
my
But I
gosh.
actually brought a friend of mine to possibly bid on the Ford. And I've got pictures of the Ford being brought up for the auction, and then the curtains being withdrawn and saying a private sale has been made at the Ford. And
well, when I bought that one, it didn't meet the reserve, and
correct.
But I think I was the highest bid,
Right.
so they just closed the deal. I thought
Right.
that's the end of the deal, and
Yeah.
then later, I guess Al talked to me or something, and
Yeah,
we
Al
cut a
changed
deal, and they went. I don't know. I don't
No.
think I upped the ante. I think
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
bought
think
it for
it
what
was-
he said.
it was
he said,
really strange.
and he
It
just
was-
said, "I'm done." He threw his hands
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
He didn't want to fly the airplane back from California
Right.
to Ohio.
Yeah.
And so it worked out great for me. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, it was
Yeah.
pretty good amount of money at the time, but they
Right.
were going for more.
Yeah.
And then I got a really good deal on the 5AT too.
right.
Because anyway, the
And
guy.
that's what propelled me into meeting Maurice Hovius then too,
Oh,
because
cool.
then after Hurricane Andrew, and then you contracted with
Yeah.
Maurice to restore it, we were looking to bring a Ford back here, and they said, well, you need to talk to this Maurice Hovius guy. And I said, okay. And what a gracious guy.
Oh, yeah, he
I
was
called him
awesome.
up. He says, come on up and I'll talk to you. And I was just blown away by the guy. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he says, what you need to do is, he said, I've got several airframes here. If you want, he says, I've got enough to get you guys started on the project. And in 2004, they did start the project here. And that's
Wow.
where we're almost done now. So
Awesome.
but became, very close friends over the years after that. And
That's a
again, there's another tie-in where you're responsible for
TD. My first car was an MGB. I didn't fit in it.
degrees of separation.
I think my visual was about here. I finally got rid of it. I mean, I had an MGB. It was my first car.
And this is at 52, and this one was made for the U.S. market. It's got the left-hand drive rather than the right-hand drive.
Wow.
I'm trying to think.
That's a TD. It's what it
TD,
says.
that's a TD?
Yeah, this is a TD. Yes.
Cars are interesting, but they're just not my gig. But this looks pretty freaking cool. Is this one of the ones that Greg Herrick had?
No, this is not. No, this is
out of the McFederal Museum.
yeah, in Oregon, the Evergreen Air and Space Museum. It was under the wing of the Spruce Goose.
Oh, man. But it looks like this thing's been completely rebuilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was also known as the smooth skin Ford because it went down to Mexico. They got tired of replacing and repairing the corrugation, so they stripped
Right.
it all off and
No way.
they smooth skinned the whole thing.
No way.
And then it sat derelict for about 10 years in a corner of a hangar.
Is that original one or one of the copy ones they made?
That's original.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
an original.
Yeah, Maurice has had mine. I know. Because
Yeah.
we talked about it.
We
so
can't
he's got,
find it.
He's got
but
it somewhere.
We're looking for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
think,
sure.
actually, no, I think Judy found it.
Oh,
I
awesome.
believe Judy found it.
Cool. Man. Wow.
We tell everybody else to watch their head, but I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
Yeah, this actually feels like it's got more room than mine going up the deal. Yeah, it just hit my head. Oh, well. Pretty cool. Man, this brings back memories of both of mine from California all the way back to Florida. I tell everybody that I basically, it took me 4.5 hours to go out on the airline. It took me 4.5 days to get home. Like following the roads. Oh my gosh.
At the same time, you really learn the airplane when you're not trimming it. You know, it's up and down, lots of
Pretty cool.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
What's
Wow.
the serial number of your 5, Kermit?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up. But this is a 5.
yeah.
What's it got for engines? 985s. Yeah, see, that's a really practical engine. And my 5AT has the original engines on them, the early 1340s. And they're like 420 horsepower. These are 450, but these are much later engines. They're more practical for hop and rides and stuff. But my 4AT has like N3N engines on them. They're only like 225 horsepower. So from a practical ride operation point of view, the 4AT is awesome because it's a little bit smaller, but it's got half the horsepower that this one does, and it only carries like 2 or 3 less people. So it's a lot more functional. Oh my gosh, this is pretty cool. That's interesting. I think I flew in one of those one time. I don't know. It was a little bigger. I was practicing aerobatics in Springfield, Tennessee, and they were flying out of Cam something. Anyway, we got a big helicopter place there in Tennessee, Fort something. Rucker maybe? Anyway, too cool.
Flying for an outfit, charity outfit down there called Remote Area Medical.
Oh man. I got lots of projects. So I'm going to go see my 4AT on today's Thursday. Going to see that on Saturday. And at some point, whatever anyway, you know, the long-term goal is to, you know, get it going for ride airplanes, but I got a long-term dream. So anyway, pretty cool. All right, I go see the gift shop.
Gift shop's this way.
Ed, we're moving on. Man, look at that. That's kind of like, that would have been my airplane right there. So this is the gift shop. This is really nice here. Yeah, this is kind of, you know,
so
a little fantasy of flight inspiration.
Yeah, so you can see the inside and so it's,
Yeah, it looks a little bit like, but that's nice. That's really nice. Much bigger. Cool.
And a big part of keeping the place going too is selling a lot of merchandise and branded merchandise.
That's
and,
pretty cute. So what's your adult price to get in?
It's right there.
Yeah, $14. Okay, I mean,
Yeah, so
I think
it's-
we're probably about
Yeah.
that, 14, 15 for an adult or something. But back then, and I've been closed for 12 years, we never had any complaints. We were charging $29.95, and my business model was, you know, I was breaking even on the gift shop and the restaurant. $29.95 was what they'd pay to get in, and when they left, I handed them a check for $60. That was my business model. I mean, it was a joke.
Something wrong with that business.
Something wrong with that business model. Anyway, man, lots of stuff here. Man, that's awesome.
All anything toys and kids stuff, and so we have such a diverse. Most of our stuff's a price point between $5 and $10.
Oh wow.
We
there
have
you go.
high-end pieces as well.
Right, books and things.
And keychains and
Yeah.
dog tags and ducks. We sell so many rubber ducks.
Wow. Huh.
Going into here, this is our other main gallery here.
Oh, you're kidding.
So we have another one here.
Oh, so okay, so this is just more part of the museum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a lot bigger than
And we have items from the Cleveland National Air Show and air races.
Yeah.
We have the repository for all of the archives from the Society of Air Racing Historians from 1950s until today. We've got thousands and thousands of artifacts from the air races here. We're starting to branch out a little bit more to cover space because of Neil Armstrong and John Glenn. This one's kind of eclectic too, some of the stuff, more of those models. This is the USS Pennsylvania.
That is
December
just
7th,
unbelievable.
1941.
That is amazing. I mean, that is.
And what's really neat about it is it replicates this photograph right here. And that tells such a story.
There we go.
This is the shrine to your airplane.
This is the shrine to my airplane.
And Don Henzerling, Dina's father, built that model remote control. That's the one she was talking
Wow,
about.
yeah, no,
He
that's
built that
great.
from scratch. That is not a model kit. He built
That
from
is
scratch.
unreal, including the engines and
Yeah,
stuff?
and it's remote control. It does fly.
Wow.
Tabs in it, but it never flew it. Correct. He was always afraid to fly it.
It was just such a beautiful model.
Unreal. Wow.
So the day we decided to start doing this museum years ago, he was the first guy to drive up here.
Here's a good guy, Don.
And he had a roadster. And he,
Unreal. Wow. I didn't realize the history that I had with my specific airplane.
Ford heritage in this.
Cool.
I'm proud to be
Man. Unreal.
Did you fly around?
I was there last time.
Flying out to the islands up there.
I flew his airplane away.
Unbelievable. That's my airplane right there. first Ford Trimotor Island Airlines bought. And it was the last one that they sold.
Off and on for 22 years.
This is actually a spare fuel tank that this is on loan from Maurice. And it's been in, this is the same transit case it's been in since it left the Ford factory, since the 20s. It's never been removed.
Yeah, see, nowadays you can't have wooden seats, so we make them out of steel, but we still, at least on mine, I've got some wicker on them.
That was donated to us by the Stout family too. This was actually on their porch, and it was in disrepair, and the Stout family restored it and then donated it to our museum.
There's one of the seats. Didn't realize you had that. There's one of the seats that was in it when I
The
was
last
flying.
one, that was when Al was flying, right there.
Yeah.
That was the last seat.
Too cool.
This is Ed's boss.
Hey, that's boss. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so
Well, I'm
much.
sure you have a boss too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, is this your youngest daughter?
Yes, that's basically yes.
Awesome. So, go show me the
Restaurant.
I gotta, he said he.
all about the restaurant.
Hey, come on, let's
Built
go
in
check it out.
1951.
Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. This is definitely 50s diner.
Yep.
Yeah, this is y'all's design. Mine's 30s. Oh, this is too cool.
So if you go through, and then this is a picture of the original diner, what it was in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and those photographs.
Oh, so you actually bought it, restored it?
Yeah,
Or?
we transferred it here. We put it on truck. It's 15 and a half feet wide, 50 feet long.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, this is really good. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, this is worth coming to eat at. Is it just basically typical food, or
Yeah,
you having
50
specials?
Food, but it's a full service diner.
Huh. Oh, men and women. Oh, this is too cool. This is really cool. Yeah.
There's our menu. There it is.
Oh,
You
there
can
we
keep
go.
one of those if you'd like. See?
Oh no, that's cool.
And it has a little history of it, and so.
Okay, so bottom line question.
Yeah.
Does this pay for itself?
No.
Welcome to the club.
It's getting
I
there.
rest my case.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're finally here. It's magnificent.